Hello and welcome to the Philippines. If you're in the Philippines or many parts of the world for very long where there's lots of water, chances are you're going to use a ferry sooner or later. That is where they load the freight on this large ferry, Coq Leone, and they have a number of big boats. There are fast boats, there are slow boats. There are thousands of smaller boats that Filipinos use, often called Banca boats, B-A-N-C-A. I've seen another spelling of that, but this particular company, Clemmer, I took them from Cebu City over to the north of Bohol to Getafe to visit an American over there, American from the USA. This is at Pier 1 in Cebu City, and the OceanJet fast ferries are stationed right next to us. And they will take you down to Tagbilaran City several times a day and back. This is the inside of this small Banca boat, just little wood seats inside, and it's not unusual to have animals, pigs, chickens, whatever, out in a little bit of an outside that walkway area. I think they pen them up out there. One of my friends who uses these often says it's very common to have pigs on board. And this was about an hour and a half trip, and I actually ended up going up on top where I could get a better shot with my cameras. These guys were actually very kind. They saw me looking up there, and I think they understood that I was kind of interested in coming up, and they motioned me up, gave me a hand up, helped handle my luggage up there. And several of them got some good rest laying down on the deck up there. It was a little sunny, so you definitely want sunscreen or a good hat or whatever to protect yourself. Seas were not very rough, although we did get a little spray different times. They even brought me my own private captain's chair there. How nice is that? Anyway, it was a good trip, uneventful. There's a lot of boats out there, and a couple times he had to blow his whistle, siren, whatever you call it, to alert others, and he even had to throw the boat into reverse once as we got near the Getafe Bohol port, because there was another ferry this same size cutting right in front of us. I'm not sure if it was this guy's responsibility or the other guy, but I think it was the other guy who could have went around the backside of us instead. These things don't turn real fast, so that may have created an issue. This is the north end of Bohol Island, not so far from Cebu, and this is the port there at Getafe. And we got a ferry or two coming across our bow. There are lots of boats out here, large and small, freighters, passenger ferries, just a ton of small fishing boats, and so it would be very easy to have accidents out here. Piers and ports in the Philippines vary widely as well. The smaller ports like this, they're all relatively small towns up here. And they are doing a lot of improvements. They are adding on to the piers and making them more modern so they can handle larger ferries as they get more tourism and more commerce moving. Usually, but not always, there will be motorbike drivers or tricycle drivers, sometimes van or maybe even a bus that can take you to different parts of an island. Not always going to be the case. A friend of mine from Cambodia said just a couple of years ago it was really difficult to find transportation once you got to the island. Now they line up, they're waiting for you when you get there. Ro-ro ferries or roll-on, roll-off ferries where you drive vehicles on, motorbikes, autos, buses, trucks, whatever you need to put on there to move freight and people. You drive them on, there's a big ramp at the end, lowers down, you drive on, lift gate, and go across the next island, and get back on the bus, and you're on your way. And these also vary in size and layout. Some only have non-air conditioned areas. Some would have air conditioned areas. And I'm not sure if any have private suites, cabin type areas or not. This is actually the trip back from Dumaguete to Cebu City, and I had planned on using Coq Leon, the same one I took over, but they had canceled that ship that I was going to take, so I had to find a different route. And these were the people that they go north out of Dumaguete, I don't know, 5-10 kilometers or so. And then you come into this ferry area. Your bus drives on one of these ro-ro ferries. You cross over into Cebu Island, and then the bus, this particular bus, went around the south side of Cebu and back up the east side. I did see a couple different sets of dolphins on the way to Dumaguete, and there they are. I caught them with my camera, and I wish they would have stayed around a little bit longer. But I was one of the few people wandering around the whole 5.5 hours looking at things and taking video and that type of thing. Lots to experience here in the Philippines, including dolphins. There are plans to build more bridges across too many of these different islands. And of course, it's a huge undertaking. And there will be international governments and industries involved in it, and it will be years off. But even Bohol, over to Bohol from Cebu, because right now, if you have bad weather, you pretty much shut down your transportation. Nothing moves out there. This is the upper deck of the Coq Leon ferry. And I do recommend that you purchase your tickets ahead of schedule if you can. You can't always, especially at smaller ports. You have to wait and buy it at the ticket agent right there at the pier. It is a unique way to travel if you haven't done it. And these fast ferries, like this one coming in, the seating is a little tighter. They're moving a lot of people as fast as they can. Anyway, thank you for coming along. Please like, share, and subscribe. Safe travels to you all. The rules often state that you have to check in 30 minutes, maybe an hour early. So keep that in mind. You show up at the last minute, they might not let you on the boat.